Peace be with you. My name is Father Mislav Pecek. I'm a Dominican Catholic priest, and this is a channel in which I doing Let's Plays, engaging with the gaming culture, specifically with Warhammer 40k. At least my first adventure into the unknown world of the grim dark universe in the 31st century. 41st century. I got a request on one of my last videos that I should check Ollanius Pius. Sounds very unique, interesting. That's an imperial saint and legend, and supposedly like he was a friend of the emperor or something like that, and a Catholic and the oldest person alive. Yeah, I have like jumbled information about that. So I found like a shorter video of Ollanius Pius, Perpetual Hero, Imperial Satan Legend. 7, 8 minutes. I think that's manageable. And if you guys like this kind of a content, if you want to see more of me reacting to Ollanius Pius, I actually saw that there is one video of maybe like 2 hours of lore on Ollanius Pius. So yeah, if you're hungry for more content like that, let me know, and I can put it on my bucket list. We start our videos with a short prayer. So, in nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. Ave Maria, gratia plena Dominus tecum, benedicta tui in mulieribus, et benedictus fructus ventris tui, Iesus. Sancta Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis nostrae. Amen. In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Okay, let's jump right into Ollanius Pius, the Perpetual Hero.
Back. Today we're diving into the world of Warhammer 40k once again to discuss one of its most mysterious and enigmatic characters, Ollanius Pius, as I find quite interesting that in the midst of so much mayhem, war and dark fates that await humanity in every corner, there are people who are able to face down these very evils head-on no matter the consequences. This is everything we need to know of who was, and most likely still is to this day, one if not the most heroic figure in the entire human galaxy. Who is Ollanius Pius? Ollanius Pius, as he was originally known, was born as one of the mysterious perpetuals. A perpetual is a being that, having lived so many lives that he has forgotten his true age across the millennia.
Having lived so many lives that he forgot his true age. Lives maybe meaning like ages of a human being, like Gandalf says that I lived like 300 lifespans of a human. He said something like that, right? I guess lives. It's not like reincarnation, but basically just the lifespan of a regular human being without the aid of technology, I presume, because I already saw that in Warhammer 40k, people really do extend their lives with technological advancement.
He estimates that as of the Horus heresy, he was roughly 45,000 years old.
Oh, wow. Okay, so Horus heresy, if I'm not wrong, was 10,000 years ago, right? And then at that time, the emperor became basically bound to the throne, preventing the immaterium, the warp seeping in into this world. So as of that time, this Ollanius Pius was already 45,000 years old, which would mean it's something around 15,000 BC. Okay.
If this is to be believed, it would make him even older than the Emperor, who according to older sources was born around 8000 BC. But this is just speculation, as the stories of old Earth and the constant obliteration of human civilization by their own hand makes it almost impossible to have a chronological order of events in which many of the key moments of human history. Ollanius was present, and was very determinating on the outcome. We will talk about some here. Ollanius was a great general or war master for the Emperor, or the man he met at that moment that was the form the Emperor had taken at the time. It is said he even attacked him after a campaign where he was ordered not to destroy a tower filled with heretic chaos texts. Then again, this is huge speculation, as attacking the Emperor and surviving, being a perpetual or not, it's almost an impossible feat.
Yeah, because Emperor is basically like the strongest being in the universe, on the level of even what they call gods inside of the Warhammer 40k universe, right?
He also was one of the Argonauts. He fought in the Battle of Austerlitz, on the Napoleonic campaigns in the First World War, the Gulf War, and many others. Now we take a giant leap to Calth. Calth was the planet where Ollanius decided to retire after long decades of service in the Imperial Army. Calth was a very vibrant, civilized world in the Ultima segmentum. Ollanius decided to spend his retirement there from what that, after the heresy, will become known as Astra Militarum, or Imperial Guard.
Yeah, actually, I'm playing a character from Astra Militarum, a character named Paulus, as an operative within the Rogue Trader CRPG. So if you're interested, you can check out my blind Let's Play.
The Battle of Calth. By the 31st millennium, Ollanius Person had become known as Pius Ollanius Person because of his devout belief in the Catholic religion, and was a civilian farmer of Calth in the Ultramar system.
In the Ultramar system, that's where the most famous type of space marines come, right? The Ultramarines.
Ollanius had settled down on Calth, living comfortably enough for 18 years, when the word-bearers Space Marine Legion attacked the Ultramarines during the Great Betrayal. Ollanius turned to his faith to help him survive during this time when he was knocked unconscious. During this unconscious period, Ollanius appeared to dream of being visited by an old friend of his, John Grammaticus. Grammaticus delivered the news that without their intervention, he was going to lose the war, and that if he lost, as you can imagine, he meant the Emperor. John Grammaticus is a very interesting character worth mentioning, but about him we will talk in another video. If the Emperor were to lose, the human race would lose. Grammaticus urged his old friend to leave Calth via immaterium sidestep and gain an object for him. When Person asked where he was supposed to go, Grammaticus replied,
so he was living on Calth. Is he a Catholic or a Catholic? Huh?
That he would show him. Person then found himself transported from his comfortable dream environment to one of horror, aboard a space vessel at war, but a vessel that was unnatural and disturbing, orbiting a burning terror. Entering a massive chamber, he encountered a dead angel lying upon the floor, his brutal killer standing nearby. Taken aback by the unholy appearance of the angel's killer, Ollanius stood up to confront him, with nothing but his faith and courage to protect him. The killer turned out to be none other than Horus, the War Master of Chaos, and Ollanius realized that he was the only thing standing between the forces of chaos and the Emperor of mankind. Ollanius stood firm and faced Horus, despite knowing he could not hope to win. However, he did not stand alone. The power of the Emperor's psychic
I'm getting chills, guys.
Presence imbued him with a small measure of strength, and he found the courage to fight on, even
so he was buffed, like a morale boost by the Emperor.
As Horus battered him to the ground. As Horus stood over him, ready to strike the final blow, Ollanius made his last stand. He sacrificed himself to save the Emperor. Ollanius Pius's sacrifice has been an inspiration to many in the Imperium of Man. It has become a legend and a symbol of the Imperial Guard's bravery, inspiring countless soldiers to stand firm in the face of impossible odds. Some even believe that Ollanius Pius was not just a hero but a saint, and that his soul was taken up by the Emperor and placed in the Golden Throne.
What is the irony if the guy was Catholic?
And that's the story of Ollanius Pius, one of the most enigmatic characters in the Warhammer 40k universe. His legacy has left an indelible mark on the Imperium of Man, and his sacrifice continues to inspire the bravest of soldiers in the 41st millennium. We hope you enjoyed. Please remember to subscribe if you enjoy the content, and keep the light of the Emperor burning.
Keep the light of the Emperor burning. That's it? Is it just music afterwards? Yeah. He extended the video for a couple of minutes. Okay, this was interesting. So, Ollanius Pius, the one who sacrificed himself for the Emperor to survive, I presume, standing in front of the most terrifying Chaos Marine, the Horus. He's one of the specifically genetically engineered superhumans that came from the DNA of the Emperor himself if I remember correctly. Yeah, I'm still new to the lore of Warhammer 40k, so I'm piecing up the mosaic. There's a lot. There's really a lot. So this is an interesting character. Maybe I'll check out a little bit more about him. What I do like is I'm trying to roleplay my character Paulus, who is from Astra Militarum. I mean, I'm a Catholic priest, so I got a role playing basically like a Catholic priest, okay? But how to make his background believable, that he's different, that he uses choices that are more, let's say, leaning to the Catholic worldview. But if my guy was somehow in contact with Ollanius Pius, that would make perfect sense. Or if he found out more about Jesus Christ, the Catholic background through Ollanius Pius, then my character Paulus would not be a complete enigma, a complete misnomer, or something that is impossible to exist within the Warhammer 40k world. So thank you for this suggestion. I will check more of this kind of content. If you like this, share, subscribe, like. I say the machine spirit of YouTube demands these kind of sacrifices of clicking on the specific buttons of subscribe, like, etc. If you like it, of course, you can. If you don't, it's fine. I'm not doing this for um, like making money or anything like that. I just want to engage with you guys to find out what you think. So, God bless you, and hopefully we'll see each other in next video. Bye bye.